Somewhere in a warehouse or a server farm, a company you've never heard of owns your old debt. They didn't lend you that money. They bought it in a bundle of thousands of other unpaid accounts for a few cents on every dollar. That's how debt collection actually works now, and it means the person calling you tonight might be working off a spreadsheet, not a contract. Here's the part that should bother you. How much of your file did they actually get when they bought it? Sometimes it's everything: the original agreement, your signature, the full payment history. And sometimes it's just your name, a phone number, and a dollar amount typed into a database. No proof attached at all. The seller doesn't have to hand over paperwork to make the sale legal. They just have to hand over a list. So when a collector calls sounding completely certain, even threatening, that certainty isn't proof, it's a tone of voice. Legally, a company that bought a debt still has to be able to show it's real if you ask. Most people just never ask. That's not a loophole, that's a right sitting there unused, and it's exactly what we're covering next. That right has a deadline, and most people burn through it without knowing it exists. From the moment a collector first contacts you in writing or by phone, you have 30 days to make one request, and after that window closes, some of your leverage closes with it. So what actually happens in those 30 days? You send a written request, and by federal law under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, they have to pause. Not slow down, pause. No more calls, no more letters demanding payment until they hand over proof. The name of the original creditor, the amount, and something that ties that debt to you specifically. If they can't produce that, they're not allowed to keep collecting. Not shouldn't, not probably won't. Legally not allowed. That's the part collectors are counting on you never learning until it's already too late to use it. If this sounds too easy to be true, that instinct isn't wrong. Most magic trick legal advice online is garbage. But this isn't a trick, it's paperwork. People have sent that exact written request and watched accounts they'd been paying on for months just disappear from their credit report. No lawsuit, no negotiation, no explanation, just gone. Why would a company that clearly wanted your money suddenly walk away from it? Because chasing an unprovable debt costs more than it earns. When someone gets sued over an old debt and the collector shows up without the paperwork, judges dismiss the case, sometimes in minutes. Not because the debt never existed, but because in court, a claim without proof isn't a claim, it's a guess. And companies don't send lawyers to defend a guess. That's the leverage most people never use, not because it's rare, it's because almost nobody asks the one question that starts it. Most people who've heard of this never actually send the letter because they're scared of getting it wrong, saying too much, admitting something they shouldn't, or missing some legal phrase that makes the whole thing worthless. So what actually has to be in it? Less than you think. Your request needs your name, the account or reference number if you have one, and one clear sentence. You are requesting validation of this debt under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, and asking for the name of the original creditor, the amount owed, and proof you are the person who owes it. That's it. Send it in writing, keep a copy, and send it certified mail so there's a record they received it. No confession, no promise to pay, no apology, just a request. That's the whole letter. But before you copy-paste this and assume you're debt-free, there's one thing this letter absolutely does not do. It does not erase your debt. If you actually owe the money and they can prove it, sending this letter just delays the inevitable by a few weeks. And in some cases, contacting them at all can restart clocks you'd rather leave alone. We'll get into that exact mistake in a separate video. So, when doesn't this work? If the debt is recent, well-documented, and clearly yours, this letter just slows down a conversation you were going to have anyway. It also doesn't stop a lawsuit that's already been filed. At that point, you need a different move entirely. This isn't a universal shield, it's a filter. It separates real, provable debts from the ones collectors are hoping you'll pay without ever checking. Used honestly, it doesn't make debt disappear. It makes sure you're only paying for debt that's actually legally yours.